Hey guys, this is Trevor the Great here again with another Warmachine battle report. I'm doing some more practice for the tournament. Well, that was actually last weekend. I've been super busy this week, haven't been able to get too many reports out to you, but over the next couple of days I hope to get a whole bunch of Warmachine reports out, because obviously I played a whole bunch more Warmachine, and this weekend I have another Warmachine tournament. That one's going to be 50 points, and so it's a little bigger level than I'd hoped for, but I'll jump head first and see how I do. So, was a practice game I was playing with my Epic Stryker list versus Lilith. Now, in a tournament environment, I would have probably realized this is not a good matchup for Epic Stryker. Stryker's super aggressive, and Lilith likes to shoot super aggressive people and then kill them with her bow. So, I probably would have run my other list, which is Darius with a bunch of anti-infantry ridiculousness. Yeah. But anyway, here's how it goes. So, my Epic Stryker list is 2 Hunters, 1 on a unit of Gun Mages with the UA, 1 on Journeyman Warcaster, a unit of 5 Stormblades, Hammersmith, Warjack, obviously Journeyman Warcaster, Runewood, and Squire. And I think that's it. Yeah. So my opponent's army is a pretty standard Epic Lilith fare. He's got 2 units of Striders, 2 Strider Deathstalkers, Lilith herself, a Shredder, and 2 Ravagors. So, all in all, pretty boring if I do say so myself, but we'll see how it goes. So, I believe I run the roll to take the first turn. Is that right? No, I lost the roll to take the first turn. So my opponent deployed first. I believe the Striders had advanced deploy. So this picture is after all the advanced deploy and advanced move stuff have done their thing. So here's my deployment. I decided to put the we're actually playing a scenario this game. Don't remember what it's called. It's one of the scenarios from the Prime book. It has 2 objective markers on each side of the board. So one on each side, like 8 inches away from the edge of the board, and I think they are 8-inch circles, 8-inch diameter circles. So and we have to end in control of them, and if we do that, end a turn in control of them, then we win. So yay! After turn 3. So what I've decided to do here is put my gun mages on the side there, because there's that big ruined building that they can get some cover from all the craziness that's hanging out over there. Obviously the Striders ignore that, but at least they'll be a little more sheltered against the Ravagors and any blast up to try to kill them. I know Epic Lilith has a super stupid threat range, so I'm trying to keep Stryker back a little bit and hopefully use that ruin for some cover and hopefully keep him alive for a little bit longer. So we'll see how that plan goes. Other than that, the deployment's pretty standard. I hope that my opponent would be focusing more on the Stormblades, or not, sorry, on the big things, the Gun Mages especially, because they can take out his Striders pretty easily, and the Jacks rather than the Stormblades. So I decided to throw the Stormblades up on the the right flank, and they were going to go contest the objective over there and just try to hide in one of those buildings over there and just hold my opponent off of it. Okay, so here is the bottom of 1. So everything's moved basically. Stuff's happened. This is a super blurry picture. Sorry about that. I ran one of the hunters into the ruin just because they'd be much harder to kill in there, and I decided it could contest one of the objectives. The Stormblades ran over to the other side of the board and hid behind that hill a little bit. Basically, everything else just moved up to the cover behind the ruins. I got the Hammersmith up next to that ruined corner there to try to block some line of sight to Stryker, and basically just shuffled everybody around. My opponent, in his turn, well, he went first actually, but he just moved up with everything. That wasn't exactly an exciting turn. He moved up and just trying to get into range of more of my army. Okay, here, unsurprisingly, is going to be the last photo of the game. Epic Lilith games tend to either go really long or go really short. There's no middle ground there. So, what happened is that I moved up Stryker 2 inches too close. End of story. I guess I probably should have realized that the threat range was that large, but I was like, oh, I'm safe. Stryker's Arbor 16 and Defense 16 is keeping 3 focus and deflection, so I'll be fine. That is not a good way to approach games playing against Epic Lilith, and obviously my inexperience playing against such assassination casters has shown through. So what happened is in my opponent's turn 2, he moved up, he popped his feet. Lilith had blocked herself in with some of the Striders there. My opponent actually spent about 6 or 7 minutes trying to figure out whether he was in range. It was very, very close, but at the end of the day, he was just in range and just had line of sight through that little corner between the Hammersmith and the building there. One of the Ravagore, he's hiding behind one of the buildings now, but the Ravagore on the left-hand side had just about a millimeter of line of sight, so he fired, missed his first shot, and it scattered there where you see the scalar template, and then hit his second one, did a couple points of damage. The other Ravagore fired his 2 shots. The first one, I believe, missed as well. He boosted the second one, hit, boosted damage, did a couple more points of damage. The Striders fired. They all CR'd on Stryker. The first unit had fired, and pretty much everybody was in range and did not double ones to hit, rolled double ones. So that was super lucky. And then the second unit fired. I think he only had 2 models in range. So they fired, and I think Stryker was sitting on like 1 or 2 boxes at this point, and he was able to do the rest of the damage. I can't actually off the top of my head remember what took the last hit point off. I think it might have been the second Ravagore. I think he might have saved that one for the end. But I guess it doesn't really matter because it was the last shot that got him, and Stryker was dead anyway. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this battle report. I guess it was really, really short, but that is the nature of practice games. I was trying to get practice in against different opponents, and this was certainly a learning experience. In hindsight, I probably would have put Arcane Shield on Stryker, camped a lot more focus, and just moved up very, very defensively. Deflection's a good idea. Not necessary entirely, especially against this army that can put out a lot of really powerful things, but it is a good idea to put out just in case, especially if you're not expecting any melee threats. I put Arcane Shield on the Hammersmith because I figured, if I was going to be super aggressive with the Hammersmith, move up and try to punch some Ravagores in the head, he would try to shoot that first. But like I said, I misjudged the range earlier. So yeah, if Stryker had been camping 6 focus with Arcane Shield, I think he would have been a lot safer and been able to move into those ruins and hopefully get around to one of the objectives a lot safer. But that's the nature of the game. I didn't do that, so I died. And even then, he might have still been able to do it, considering he did miss with one of his CRAs. It could have done a lot of damage. So yeah. Anyway, stay tuned for more battle reports. I got plenty more coming. I got a bunch from my tournament over the weekend, and then obviously another tournament coming up this weekend. So lots and lots of Warmachine coming at you over the next couple of days.